Good evening, everybody. Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area of Queensland in Australia. Welcome to Paper Happinicity. Tonight what I want to do is recreate this lovely card that I've just put up into Colour INKspirations. We've had a challenge go live 6 o'clock Queensland time, 7 o'clock for the rest of the East Coast, and however it works out for everyone else around the globe. So this is what we will be creating. I'm just trying to get my page up and get my video happening here on my laptop. There we go, and see if I can get comments, because I struggled last week. See if technology will play fair to me. Hello Vicky, good evening Bev, thank you so much, and Sharon is here as well. Thank you my friends. I really appreciate you guys coming along and watching. Oh, Vicky, you're getting a bit fancy with your Chromecast. I've got to tell you a funny story about one of our kids gave us a Chromecast for Christmas last year, and yes, I plugged it into the TV, and anyway, promptly forgot about it, and then lo and behold, I was looking to stream something up onto the TV, and I'm thinking, no, I need a Chromecast for this, and I went and had a look, and yeah, no, and I went to the cupboard where I'd actually kept the box, and no, it wasn't in the box. I'm thinking, oh my word, where is it? I went and bought another one. Guess what? It was plugged into the TV, the original one. So now I've got two. Does anyone want one? Oh, lol. Anyway, guys, these are the colours that we had for Colour INKspirations number 132. Very beachy, tropical, and yeah, so I thought I would go with that theme and create this card, sending well wishes, using the Fish and a Wish bundle. Now I've had it in my cupboard for a little while and haven't used it, so I thought, well, good time to grab it out, because these are definitely very much seaworthy colours, and it's a great set to use for this. The punch will actually punch out this guy here and this guy here, and when you punch them out you can flip them so they can go both ways. For my card I also used the Delicate Edges dies. I used this reedy die here that's on the end for our seaweed. I don't know what else you would call it. Yeah, me too, Vicky. I have to say, took me a while, but anyway, it's there that now that we can use it, so I just don't take advantage of it. I couldn't be bothered going out there. I'd rather be in my air conditioning. Okay, and I've also used for my sentiment here, I've used this little label die here from Beautiful Shapes Dies. So that's what I've done. Okay, let me move that out the road. And I'll put that up to the side there. Hopefully I will keep it nice and tidy. For this card, you will need a Starry Sky card base. I've got 2 pieces of basic white that have been trimmed down, so an 1/8 of an inch less on 2 sides. and that will give you a tiny 1/16 of an inch border. For those using centimeters, I'd chop it down to 1/2 centimeter less on two sides. One is for the front and one will go on the inside as it's a dark cardstock color, so that will allow you to write your messages. You will need a scrap for your sentiment of your choice. I have got strips of basic white for my seaweed and my fish. I have a tip. When you want to punch out your fish using the punch, stamp them nose to tail, or however, in a line rather than stacking them. It just makes it so much easier to punch them out. Ask me how I know. All right, yes, I stacked them, and then I had to trim them off, and then I had to get a piece of bloomin' I had to get a post-it note then to help me line everything up, because my pieces of cardstock were too small. I couldn't get it in far enough. Okay, so that's done. That's done. You'll need a scrap of olive that's wider. You can make it the same width as your card front or your card topper, but I've actually made mine a little bit wider. It just gives me a few more options. And then also a scrap of vellum. Okay. So I have gone ahead and done a little bit of the prep. Sharon, see these dishes? I'm using them. Oh, trimmings. Yes, Bev, you're right. Trimmings. Because you don't want to hurt the feelings, all right, of the cardstock. Don't call them scraps, trimmings, cardstock trimmings. You're right. Okay, so I have gone ahead and blended some old olive ink onto the white cardstock and die cut them out. Now, when you do that, it doesn't have to be perfect and it doesn't have to be pretty. In fact, the rougher it is, the better, because you get this lovely variegated color and dimension happening, a little bit of texture. So that's what we've done. I've done there. I also have gone ahead and inked up my background. I've done my background. Same thing, I've used quite a bit, mostly Tahitian Tide, and then just a tiny little bit of Starry Sky ink just to give it a little bit of variation, and that also creates depth. And then I've used this wavy, liney kind of stamp from the A Fish and a Wish stamp set. And second and third generation, I have then stamped over the top in Tahitian Tide. Really simple. And that just gives you a little bit of movement behind the fish and your seaweed. And for the inside, once again, mostly Tahitian Tide blended onto white on the white here. And again, second generation stamping using that same stamp set just to finish off the inside. So that's done for you, because I didn't quite realize how long I was going to be. It is a little bit fiddly, the rest of it, so having that done will certainly help. Okay, what I do want to show you is to get this torn, you just literally just rip your cardstock however it comes, all right, and then having it a little bit wider if you want to move it this way, if you want to move it that way, you've got that option, and you can keep that other piece of trimming for later on. Now to get, I don't know whether you can see on camera, but there's a little bit of sparkle on the edge of that vellum, and we'll do that next. And I've used Inkspiration with my old olive ink, and what I've gone and done is I've gotten a little A block, put a little bit of ink on here, and then really carefully, I'll give this a bit of a shake, I've gone and picked up, and I'm just going to go and get, oh no, I really need a scrap. Where's my little piece of green? Oh no, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. I actually need to rip this one as well. Sorry guys. So once again, we're going to take this and tear it all the way. And now we can colour it with our Inkspiration. So I'm going to put a little bit, here it comes. So a little bit of wink on my block with the ink there, and then just along the ripped edge, the torn edge. Once again, the messier the better, because you kind of want to give it a little bit of texture. And we'll let that dry. I might just go down a little bit further just in case. I'm not sure what I need here. All right, and we will and no problem, that has now cleaned itself off. Just brush it up against some scrap pieces of paper or some yeah, just something to clean it off. And we're going to now put this across the bottom underneath. And to do that, I like to use my Stampin'Seal, because sometimes if you add wet glue to vellum, it will actually warp it, and I'm a bit worried about all that Inkspiration on there. But I'm going to apply it to my old olive cardstock, and I'm going to bring this down so I can see it just a little bit, and kind of work out where you want to put it. And there we have this lovely little strip that we can going to put across the bottom of the card. Oh, Bev, thank you. Oh, goodness. Yes, guys, if you think you've got a friend who might enjoy this, please do share. Okay, so I'll leave that over here. Okay, now you might have noticed that I have one seaweed shorter than the other, and what I've gone and done is trimmed that. If I get my snips, and I'll just trim that down. And I've cut this in two places. All right, so the first spot is here in this, where it all meets here. So that's my shorter piece. And then what I've gone and done is I've actually gone and cut this again here, and that will give us this piece in here, this little one there. So don't be afraid to trim if it's not fitting on your card or in your design. So, all right, so what we need to do now is we need to look at our card, and that is a little bit too long, so I'm going to trim that off a little bit more again. And be careful not to trim. I'm only trimming here because if I go much higher, I'm worried that it's going to weaken that spot there. And we're going to put that one here, and this one in here, like so. Okay, and now I'm going to actually put, I can't remember how I did this, whether I glued that down there or not. No, I think, yeah, I will. All right, we're going to glue this down because I have to glue my fishies and my seaweed. All right, so we're gonna oops. That's right there. That's right there. And I want to pull, where's my pokey tool? I want to pull this guy out. So he's over. And this same with this guy, this little one in under here. Can I get you to, oh, no. Get you to come out too. I don't want you hiding in underneath there. There. And this. All right, oops. Okay. All right. Hopefully that hasn't stuck too much there. All right, now we just get our snips and we're going to trim that along here so our edges are nice and neat. Right, okay. The next thing we need to do is work out where our fishies are going. All right, so my fish, I have stamped a, let me put that out the road in the bin. I have stamped two of the larger ones, one in first generation and one in second generation Starry Sky. And I've stamped three of the smaller ones, two in first and one in second generation Orchid Oasis. Now, the paler ones I want to put into the background behind, and then we will probably lift one of those up with dimensionals. I really don't want them too perfectly in a row. How am I going to do this? That looks better. There we go. And then this guy, I want him in here, maybe behind them both. And then this guy, I think I had kind of like this, but I might lift. Oh, he's looking a bit furry there on the edge. Not sure what really happened. Just trim him off. Alright, so let's put him here, and this guy kind of here, like so. Alright, now comes the tricky bit of putting these guys down. But before I do that, I think I might, while they are in position, I'm going to get my glue dots. Bev, we got them from Kmart? Did we get them from Kmart? Yeah, I think Kmart, Bev. They are really cute, and they'll be handy in classes too, just saying. Evening, Heidi. Thank you for joining me. All right, so glue dots. I'm going to actually now put glue dots, stick my seaweed down with glue dots. I just found it was a lot easier than using liquid glue. And as long as you know where your fish are going, you'll be fine. Which is why I did my fish first. Can I squeeze that in underneath here? Oh. Yeah, we found them in Kmart, Bev, when we were shopping for other things on the weekend. So I might just shift him and put this guy, oh. Okay, this one now. When you place your glue dots, just put them in the areas, the larger areas, so they don't poke out from underneath. Like there's an intersection there that's big enough to hide one, so that's where I'm going. Right, okay. Now, this guy I'm actually going to put up on dimensionals. And I'm going to use minis because I can fit them on his tail. Like these fit really nicely on the tail. Actually, nope, that's kind of a little bit too big there. I need just, oh, I've got a halfy one here. I do have a half one there, so let's put you there. And we'll just, I probably could have used the bigger ones, but I've got a squillion of these little ones that need to be used up. What happens is I get them out for my classes, and then if I kind of feel there's not enough left for the next class, I will take them into my own studio here and use them up that way. All right, so let's see if I can get this nice and straight. And this guy, glue dots again, I think. Just, I might regret this. Glue might have been a little bit easier, liquid glue. And we'll kind of tuck him and I need him to go in under there as well. So he's so there are those two friends. What did I do here? I think I only put one. No, I put both of those up on dimensionals. So I got little half dimensionals, because what I do is I trim them so they only get my class attendees get half a sheet each. Doesn't take up as much room in their toolkit either. Just okay. Oh, Vicky, are you asking about this? I got that from Spotlight, and you know what? It comes with a roll of glue dots, which is exactly the same as the glue dots that we can buy from Stampin' Up. But the best thing is, let me hang on a moment. The best thing is that you can pull it out. You can use it with the Stampin' Up because they're exactly the same roll. And when you empty one, you can refill it, and you can just pull them out, and your glue dots are there, and they don't get all in a tangle, and I don't get all messy. So that's where I got that one from. That's it, Heidi. Thank you. You have a couple of options in colour. I think there's this like this pinky one, and then there's oh, come on. And then there's the blue one that's there on my screen. But they do, like, they fit the Stampin' Up glue dots, because Stampin' Up don't actually manufacture their own glue dots. All right, okay. I'm going to see if I can get this guy back in underneath here. So he's, I can't remember. So kind of like that. Is he straight? Possibly. And then this guy, I kind of want him maybe not overlapping too much. This guy here. Oh, I've only got one of them left. All right, let me see if I can trim down one of these. Stick that on very gently. Actually, I've actually gifted some to some friends, some fellow Stampin' Up friends, demo friends. Right, there we go. There we go. So there's our card front. Let's glue that on. Make sure I've got this the right way. Make sure I've got that the right way. Oh no. Somehow, I don't think that was quite the measurement I needed. We will start from the bottom and do it from the bottom. There we go. Because it seems to be a little bit narrower than it is high. Not quite perfect, but then it's handmade, right? Not Hallmark. And then the inside. No, this is not going to work. There we go, thank you. Now I won't actually do a sentiment tonight, but what I've gone and done is I've used the Starry Sky metallic woven ribbon and just crisscrossed it in underneath. So stamped, and then I've crisscrossed it in underneath and stuck it down and pulled the ends out, frayed the ends to get that look. And then I also haven't, because I have a male recipient in mind for this card, and I didn't want to go too blingy. But if you wanted to add embellishments, you could use these lovely things, which is sequins for everything or something like that, and it comes in a set of 3 with the blue, the green and the pink, and you could pick out whatever you want and stick that on the front. You've also got the 2224 in color matte decorative dots, and you could use any of those because those colors are all there, I'm not gonna lie. You've also got the in color 2123 in color opal rounds. That would, I think the green would look amazing. The soft succulent color, is that soft succulent or is that mint macaron or something? No, soft succulent, I think that is, isn't it? And the fine sparkle adhesive back gems, like you've got the blue, and again possibly that might be pool party or mint macaron color, but you could add them. Either of those two would work well. Okay, so if you've got if you're wanting it to send to a girlfriend, a female friend, by all means add your bling. But if you're kind of wanting it to keep it a little bit plainer, there's probably no need if you've got the metallic woven thread in underneath. So, right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Also, soft succulent Sharon, thank you. Yeah, of course. Sorry, Heidi, you're right. Yes, in colours, of course. I should have taken that hint from the label, right? Anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for taking the time. If you're over on YouTube watching this, also thank you. I appreciate all your thumbs ups and comments that I get over there as well. So this will be uploaded over there shortly. Before I go though, I want to show you another card that I created today. Now this is for the Christmas Stampathon. There's a Christmas Stampathon Facebook group, and the idea is that every month, on the 25th of every month, they bring out a new challenge, and you are to create 4 items. It's mostly cards, but sometimes it can be boxes or other Christmassy items. And then the idea is then to have all your Christmas cards, or most of your Christmas cards, made by November. So this month, October's challenge is called Birds and Branches, and this is what I've created. So I grabbed the, what stamp set is that? I can't, Perched in a Tree stamp set. And I saw this lovely sentiment here and I thought, okay, well, let's colour a bird. Now that's been coloured with our watercoloured pencils. And I've actually done a video. I did a video this afternoon showing how I did that. And when I put this up into the group, I will actually upload the video as well. And then I've used the music. I don't even know the names of half of this, but anyway, the embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder with the music notes. And then I've grabbed this DSP that was available to everyone in August, September for Celebration. Have I got the right month? Or was that July, August? Might be July, August Celebration. I can't even remember. So yes. And I've backed it onto not Sweet Sorbet, Poppy Parade cardstock, because I thought that worked well with these little red feathers on the front there. I've used the largest circle from, where did that come from? Is it the Stylish Shapes dies? And then this one has come from the Pillow Box dies. That one. And this little piece of cardstock is, gosh, I can't even think. Soft suede. And that's the ribbon that's in the caddy. So I have to make another 3 of those and then load them up. So thank you, Sharon. I was in a foul mood this morning. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to stamp some birds and I'm going to colour them and see how I go. The first one took me forever because I really didn't know what to do. I found an image on Google and I just tried to colour it from there, use that as a guide. And then the first one's always the hardest, right? So, and then, oops, sorry. And then the other 3 took no time at all, which was great because I'm thinking I really don't want to have to sit there and colour 4 of these if they're going to take me half an hour. But they did. It went much quicker. Soft suede, yes, Bev, that's soft suede. It was therapeutic. I have to say, I really enjoyed sitting there working out the different reds to use. I've actually used Cherry Cobbler and Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, and even a little bit of Cajun Craze. And in here, it's really hard to see, but there is also a little bit of crushed curry. But shoe bug. And I've stamped that in. I've stamped it in Sahara Sand and worked from there. So like a little bit of no line colouring. But yeah, really happy with how those turned out. So I've got to do the other 3 now before I upload them. Cool. Right, that's it from me. Next week, not sure what's happening, but I should be here same time, same back channel. What greys did I use? I used the basic grey, and then believe it or not, this is black, basic black, and early espresso for this section here. Believe it or not, but mostly basic grey across here for his underbelly, and I've just went really dark around the edges and where there would be shadow, and then just blended that color out so it fades out. I tried to leave his tummy like where it's really round a little bit wider, so it looked like it was rounded. But the video will be there. The video will be there tomorrow. I will get it up and you can watch it. And I fast forwarded it, like I didn't, there's no talking, I just showed the colors that I used as I used them, and just a really quick, I think it's like 6-minute fast forward video. So all right, okay guys, good night. That's it from me. All being well, I will be here again next week, so take care, have a good week. I've got a busy one coming up again. It's always seems to be always busy, but that's how it is. So take care and bye for now. Love yous all. Bye now.